art of power, embodying it. Though there's still a cold chill in the air, amidst the decreasing darkness and shortening shadows of winter's claws, 'tis a time of illumination, whereby light's return begins to melt, warm, and thaw our earthly classroom once again. After being on break, limbo, frozen, or in hibernation, when all creatures, flora, fauna, great and small alike upon this here hemisphere, start feeling an innate and palpable pull towards something beyond their immediate concerns for time being, and into the enlightenment of potentials and sensation of progress, so to literally, metaphorically, and spiritually speak. And such is the organic nature of these next 2 lunar weeks, from 128 to 212, which the Vikings of yore saw and took as a sign or signal to not only begin preparing for Her Majesty's upcoming spring again, but also as the time to start embodying one's own personal and communal power, most wholeheartedly, no less. Especially after all that cooped up downtime y'all had to lay the basis and foundation upon which to do so upon. Which just so happens to cyclically happen when our venerable sun is within 15 degrees of Aquarius, the very fulcrum or cross quarter between winter's solstice and the Burns and equinox, aka Imbolc, historically as well as contemporarily celebrated as the tried and true first day of spring by and through many cultures across the globe and time, whose traditions officially occur February 1st and or 2nd, to be sure, not March 20th. Give me a break. Don't believe everything the agenda-driven church and state wants you to believe. Now don't tell me you wasted the abundance of time given, as is always given this time of year just past, to assess and allocate, which was and or is supposed to be for the accounting of or taking stock of one's estate and immediate needs, including healing or clearing oneself as well as one's ancestral and or family lines and lineages, expressly in order to make the most of whom and or what one has allied and amassed presently, from ineffable knowledge to tangible resources and goods, all of which is precious and well worth protecting. See? Now is the time to ready one's hearth and home. In context of the calendarized stave ALGIS, it's not simply implying an elk, house, or sedge, but rather it's about embodying the elders and or ancestors of the land whom have chosen to remain bound and connected to a certain place across space and time. Specifically also the very spirits and natural beings of dearly beloved Mother Nature themselves, inhabiting and sharing here too. Verily, be they animal, mineral, vegetable, elemental, fairy or fae, etc. Then again, houses are also home to their own spirits as well, aka the guardians of areas, rooms, and the dwelling space itself. The point is, whether seen or not, which is clearly the case with most folks not in the know, is to not only be or become aware and conscious of them, our entities being there in the first place, but to also work, play, and live with them in concert or harmony and accord as well. And though some may be helpful, others may only offer tentative and or temporary support, if not complete indifference. Suffice to say, make or take nothing personally, yet be thankful nevertheless. And therein lies a funny thing, of course, for when one embodies or considers as relationships the very spirits of one's home, the more they will travel with you wherever you lay your head, in which awesome case, making everywhere one goes one's own so-called hearth and home, shared and shared alike, as said before. And that, hands down, is the most potent and powerful animistic juju there is to be had, currently at thy very fingertips, no less. What embodying place and spirit ultimately means in terms of protection, besides for sanity's sake when literally leagues away from home, is akin to one's portable bulwark, battlements, yea, constructive weaponry which summarily moves with us everywhere we go. Mind you, as with good, so too with bad. Alas, such is the nature of the law of attraction and repulsion, which has and ever shall be an affect always in effect. Thou art everything under the sun, as everything surely is part of you. All one is and what one has done or does consistently travels with thee everywhere you go. After all, one can't run away from oneself now, can they? So show some consideration and respect, for we are but guests of the earth, and yet stewards of same. ALGIS.